Hello Jane, I'm back. I'm out of my COVID secure zone. I'm out in the public, back at work, and obviously restrictions again. I've started my classes back after COVID, had my COVID, that is, obviously COVID's still there, had my first set of classes and then had to cancel everything else again, so we're thrown back into lockdown. But anyway, I am out on the loose and lovely to be here making you another video, feeling fit and well. Just a bit of a cold lingering, bit of congestion, and sense of smell and taste still not completely back, but mine is definitely coming. Weirdly, the taste coming back before the smell. You'd think it would be the other way around, wouldn't you? Because you'd think maybe it was the loss of smell that would affect the taste, but it definitely isn't. Both of them went completely, and I would say that the smell was absolutely 100% gone. I mean, I could put my nose in a Marmite pot and I would not smell a thing, couldn't smell a thing. And it didn't matter what it was, bonfires and anything, I couldn't smell. It's most bizarre, really. And then my taste, everything, I could just taste, well, I could just feel the textures really, and then bit by bit I could taste a little bit of sharp or sweet, but not make out any real flavours, just if it was sharp, something spicy, or if it was something sweet or sharp. And then it's starting to come back now, which is nice, because Christmas dinner was a bit strange. Me and Dave were saying, I'm sure it's very lovely, if only we could taste it. And I was cooking my own mincemeat for my mince pie, saying at this point it would be smelling really gorgeous in the house, but I can smell nothing. So yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, and just glad to be feeling fit and well again. So that's something to be grateful for. I hope you're well, and I'm sure that you're staying in a lot more again. We're allowed to go for one exercise a day. I don't know whether you're feeling sort of secure or brave enough to do that, but I think these these sessions are probably going to be more important than ever for you now if you're having to face more time indoors. So I'll do what I can to help cheer you up. Right, we've got 7 exercises today that we're going to go through. The first one is more of a cardio jumping jack based exercise, so it's going to get us really in the mood and warmed up properly. Hopefully you've done a warm-up video. Then we get down to the mat or the floor and we do a few staying down to make it a little easier, and then we just get up for a squat type exercise, and then we repeat it all over again. Now you will need for this session, you'll need a band, which I think I gave you a band. Now my bands that I've got here are really tight, not particularly stretchy. They're quite hard bands, and but they're quite good for what I want to do today. And your band is a really stretchy one, so you might want to make the knot a little bit tighter. I don't know if that's possible. If it's possible, then just make that knot a little bit tighter. It's going to go just above your knees, and you need to be able to open up your knees with the band around them, but I want it to be sort of fairly tight. But let's see. If you can't adjust the knot, just go with it how it is. If it's not got a knot, I can't remember if I gave it to you with a knot, or it might just be a piece. If it's just a piece, then tie a knot in it, tight. And so it's sort of not much of a hole, so that you can, really having to pull with your knees. So that's the first thing you need to do. Find your band, make a knot in it if it's not already in a loop. So put me on pause, grab some water if you haven't got it, and I'll see you back here when you've got your band. Right, so hopefully you've got your band now. We're going to work for 40 seconds today, Jane, and we're going to have 20 seconds of recovery. I'm not going to demo everything at the beginning because I'm going to show you it in our 20-second recovery. I'll show you the next move, but all you really need to know is that we're standing up for the first one, then we're down for nearly everything till we get to the very last one. Okay, right then, so we're going to start with our out and up jumping jack. So a normal jumping jack would be like this, and we're going to just change it up a little bit by bringing our arms up in front for the first one, and then out to the side. So up to the front and then out to the side. Okay, so the legs are doing the same as they normally would. This is going to really test your coordination, Jane. So we're going to bring the arms up and then back and then out and then back. Okay, All right, so just do it at the pace you need to. Now, if you find that the coordination is just completely baffling you and you cannot get the hang of it and it's stopping you from actually working hard, go back to the normal jacks. All right, that's fine. I'm not going to put my music on today. I'm going to keep it nice and simple, but I think it would be nice if you had some music. If you prefer to put some music on, then please grab your music and put anything on that you like. It's got a nice good beat to it. Otherwise, it'll just be me and you in the quiet. I don't mind whichever you'd like to do. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer and we'll be ready for our out and up jumping jacks. And then we'll get down on the floor. You ready? Let's go. So 40 seconds. I'm really hoping you've done your warm-up video because you really need to be nice and warm. Isn't it cold out at the moment? If you've been out, I'm sure you've been out recently, but oh, it's absolutely bitter. I mean, it's quite beautiful out there, but I don't know why. I don't know if it's since I've had COVID. I seem to feel the cold more and I hate it. I can't bear feeling cold, you know. Okay, I'm relaxed, dropping down to the floor now, Jane. It actually hurts me, like to feel cold. It's just, when you tense up, oh, I just can't do it. Right, onto your knees, we're going to do a push-up with a shoulder tap. So we're just going to push up, down to the floor, tap your shoulder, push down, tap your shoulder. You ready? Let's go. So shoulder tap, chest comes nice and low, shoulder tap. You just do this in your own time, but I just want you to make sure that you're getting as low as you possibly can to your floor. Squeeze that tummy to help give you strength to push back up, but also to stop your hips collapsing too low when you get down towards the mat. So really focus, relax, just stretch out child pose just for a second while we're down here. And our next exercise is going to be a sitting toe tap. So put your band over your feet and just above your knees. And for this one, I don't know if you can actually see me very well. Do you know what? I'm going to stop the timer a minute. Just stop the timer a minute because I think you need a bit more demo time on this one. Okay, so sitting on your bottom, fingertips facing forwards, okay, but we're not resting down on our elbows, we're up just on the palms of our hands. You're going to have the band just above your knees. This is where it needs to be nice and tight. I'll face you a little bit just to show you this one so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to tap your toes onto the mat or the carpet and tap them apart. So together, apart, together, apart. Now you need to be leaning back far enough that you're challenging your core. So you should feel this in your core, okay? And that band needs to be quite tight so that you've got a bit of resistance and you're having to work a little bit harder, okay? Just move the mat over a bit. I feel like maybe I've changed the view on this camera or something and it's sort of not getting me as well, but well, hopefully it is. All right then. So, are you ready? We'll do 40 seconds of that. Let's go. So tapping those toes in and out. And remembering to come back far enough that you're challenging that core. So you don't want it to be easy. This is where you should be working here. I mean, obviously the legs are working as well and the thighs. But you really should feel this in your core. If you're strong enough to take your hands off the floor, you can do that. It's going to work your core much harder. But if you need to put them on the floor, then that's fine too. So keep going. The exercise we're going to do after this, okay, and that's it, we're there. So relax, keep the band above your knees. We're going to do a glute bridge, but stay sitting up so you can see me. And as you lift up, you're going to pull those legs apart and then put them back together to return to the start. So lift the hips, pull the band, put them back together and down. So we're just opening and closing as we come up and down. Off we go. So lift and open, together and down. And just work at your own pace. I can actually
see my breath in here, and that's after having the heater on for an hour. I told Dave to set an alarm, and I said, set your alarm so that when I get home from school, the heater in the gym would have been on for an hour, because I'm going to do Jane's video as soon as I get home from school. So you had to set an alarm and do it for me. So it's much warmer out here than it would have been. I'm warming up now. And relax. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, you can keep the band on there or take it off for now, whichever you want to do, because we won't use it anymore. But we're going to do a tricep dip, so fingertips facing forward. You can either just rock back and push the hands into the mat as you push up, or you can do it this way, where you just lift and lower the bottom. That's better if you can, that will work you harder. We're doing it now, by the way, so, or you can do this one, pushing backwards and forwards. But the important thing is that you are bending your elbows, okay? Whichever version you're doing, you're bending your elbows, because it's the back of the arm here that we're trying to work, okay? Some people I see do this, and their bottom's going up and down, but their arms aren't moving. But it's like, no, you need to bend those elbows. And that's how we're going to get into those triceps. See, although the band is on my legs, I'm not using it, it's just there because I didn't take it off. And relax. I'm going to take the opportunity to take the band off at this point. So, I'm going to do a forearm plank with a crunch. So for this one, you're going to be on your forearms, on your toes, and you're just going to crunch the knee in towards the opposite, not the opposite elbow, so the same side elbow. All right, so get yourself ready. Push up onto your toes. Okay, squeeze your tummy, nice straight line. Bring that knee in. We're not putting the foot down when it comes in. It's just coming in towards the elbow, staying there. So now, check yourself. Is your head in line with your spine? Are you dipping your hips and letting your back arch, which is not good for your back, remember? Are you squeezing that tummy for support? Are you getting a good plank line? Everything in line before you bring the knee in, and relax. All right, so standing up now. So you only get 20 seconds. I know it's quite fast. And don't worry if you're a bit behind. Nice and simple squat kick for our last exercise. So it's just going to be a standing squat with a kick. Okay, let's go. Get those hips back. And the kick we're doing is just simply in front. We're not going across the body. We're just doing a front kick. But essentially, make sure that you're getting nice and deep in those squats. Okay. And this is the final one in the set. And so you get a drink of water and a little breather after this. Oh, my lace has come undone. Never mind. Is your breathing getting any heavier? Are you starting to warm up a bit? You feeling ready for a break? Oh, there you are. And relax. I'll just stop the timer so it doesn't start screaming at me in a minute, like it does after the last rep. So grab yourself a drink, and we're going to do it all over again. Oh. So the first one will be our jumping jacks, which are arms up, arms out. Then we do drop to the floor, push up, shoulder tap, push up, shoulder tap, okay? Right, so I'm not going to have too much of a breather, because I could probably stand here and just talk to you all afternoon, to be honest, Jane. But that's not what you're paying me for. So, are you ready for your jumping jacks? 40 seconds, starts now. Out we go. Remember, if you can't do it from a coordination point of view, just do the full jacks, because really, it's just more important to get your heart rate up at this point. So, little girl in my class at school, and her mum is a GP at Swanage Medical Practice. Didn't realise she's actually my doctor. Just found that out today. And she said there's somebody there that's actually getting all the vaccinations ready now, so we've actually got them in Swanage. So that's good. Okay, and relax. So dropping down to the floor, ready for press-ups. I try and sound excited when I say that. Ready for press-ups and shoulder taps. Okay, so press, tap the shoulder, press, tap the shoulder. On your knees, let's go. It's not on your marks, get set, go. It's on your knees, get set, go. So, I'd rather you do fewer of these, but get them deeper. I guess it all depends how much you've done. Whether you've done a lot of repeating of the videos or done your own stuff over the Christmas period. If you have, you probably could really focus on getting deeper in these now. If you haven't done much, well that's it, rest now. Get your band on while I'm chatting. If you haven't done much, it might be that you actually are not able to get very deep at the moment, and that's okay. If you need to pause the video to give yourself longer to get the band on, then do. Just above the knees, we're going to do our toe taps. You ready? Fingers forward, tap in, tap out. I'm just looking at some software that provides, it's like an online booking system for booking up for my classes, because it looks like we might not be able to have classes for a while this time, so I'm thinking I might have a go at live classes online, which I'm not going to lie is a little bit scary for me. Okay, relax, going to lay down for the glute bridge knee openers. Whew. So we're going to lift up the hips and open the knees as we come up. Let's go. Lift and open, close and down. Don't forget though, while you're doing this, to actually lift those hips up really wide. Really wide. Lift those hips up really high, because if you don't, you're kind of only doing a half glute bridge anyway. So get them up high and then focus on pushing that band apart. That's going to really get into that bottom, so you feel the bottom working, but then when you open that band, you feel that shift into a different part of the bottom. If your band is a bit loose, you might not get the same sort of benefit. That's why I really want your band fairly tight for this. And relax. Okay, so band comes off. And we're going to go, staying on our bottoms though, tricep dips. So this one, fingertips forward behind you, and either lift the bottom, bending the elbows, or we're just going to rock backwards and forward. Let's go. You can just do them like this, backwards and forwards. Or you can do the lifting up and down ones. After this, we're going to turn over onto our fronts and do our forearm plank with our knee crunches. Oh, there we go. Thank goodness that buzzer went then. My triceps were on fire. Okay, so forearm plank and just bringing that knee in towards the elbow on the same side. Push up onto your toes. Ready? Nice straight line. Let's go. Crunch it in, crunch the knee in. Hang on in there, nearly there. And we are there. Standing up now. Standing position ready for our squat and kick. Oh! Squat and kick. Are you ready? Nice deep squats, remember. Kick goes out in front. Let's go. And kick. And kick. Did you manage to see any of your family at Christmas? We were still allowed one other group, weren't we? I think on Christmas Day. Is that what they kept it at? I don't remember because obviously it was different for me because Dave and I were still isolating. But did you manage to see anyone? Have your boy around? Or is he with you anyway at the moment? I'm not sure, I'm getting really confused. Who's where? Oh. So, I've still got my mum's and my sister's Christmas presents all wrapped up. And relax, have a little break, and then we're going to do it for the final time. Yeah, which it was a bit sad really. We knew we weren't going to be able to see them because London and Margate, where my mum and sister both live, went into tier 4, so we wouldn't be able to link with them anyway. So we decided then that my sister and I would meet sort of halfway and have a drop-off point just to literally exchange presents. And then obviously Dave and I got COVID and passed it to Dave, and so we weren't able to do that. We were in total isolation, so we didn't get to do the exchange either. So we just said, you know what, I don't want to do it while they're not there anyway. I mean, half the thing about giving a present is like seeing someone's face when they open it, isn't it? And receiving it, I want to be able to thank them in person, ideally. So we decided we'll wait until we can actually get together. And at this rate, I think it'll be summer and we'll be having our Christmas. I guess there's lots of families like that all around the country, and the world, really. Funny times we're living in. Right, we're going to do one more round of all of that, okay? Hopefully you're feeling like you've got one more round in you. I'm sure you have. And then you'll have had a really good workout. But don't forget to cool down at the end, okay? And you can always add on little things at the end if you're feeling like, I'm really pumped and ready to do this. I've got a bit more left in me. If you ever have, you can always repeat some of the exercises again or do an extra round if you're really feeling strong. But just play it by ear and see how you're feeling. Okay, all right then. Round number 3 coming up. We're going to start with our jacks and get ready. Let's go. If you've got music on, I wonder what music you've got on. Did you actually put any on, or did you not bother? Do you like the music? Do you prefer it not? Or do you not mind? Oh, this has got me warmed up. The blood pumping. And relax. Okay, dropping down to the floors. Sometimes I say really strange things and I don't even realise it. I just said dropping down to the floors, didn't I? Dropping down to the floor. Push up position. Let's go. So down and tap and down and tap. Remember to squeeze those abdominal muscles. You don't want to let those hips dip. Just like with the plank, you don't want to be doing this and arching the back. It's really bad for your lower back. So keep the squeeze on the tummy to really give you the strength to stop that from happening. Oh. After this, we're going to sit and put our bands on our legs, just above the knees, ready for our toe tappy ones. Let's go. Over we go. Whew. Band goes on. Oh, there. Fingertips forwards, and toes in and out. I can feel this in my abs. Oh, it's the last round, so lifting my hands up and just making myself work extra hard for the last few reps and relax. So laying down for our glute bridge, keep the band on for now. So because it's the last round, I want you to really focus on hips as high as they'll get, but remember, squeeze the butt before you lift. Up come the hips and then holding them high. Lift, pull those legs apart. Okay, let's go. Squeeze the bum. Now lift, holding it high. Pull that band and in and down. So remembering to squeeze before you lift. I have to remind myself of that as well, because sometimes I just lift and squeeze when I'm at the top, and that's no good. We want to squeeze before. So now I'm going to squeeze, now lift, now pull. Now I'm working harder, that's for sure. Oh! And relax. So band coming off. We're going to do our triceps now, isn't it? So fingertips behind us, facing forwards. And this is the one where we're going to either lift your bottom off the floor or just rock backwards and forwards. But either way, those elbows must bend. Okay. We've got 2 more exercises after this. And then we'll be done. Oh, come on, buzzer. Oh, must have heard me. Over we go. Forearm plank. Crunch your knees to elbows. Coming up. Onto your forearms, onto your toes. And let's crunch those knees in. Not much longer. And there we go. Right, standing up position for our last exercise. You remember what it is? Squat kick. Yeah, squat kick. Let's go. Squat, front kick. I'm going to take my pace up a little bit now, but I'm not going to compromise my squat. I'm still going to get deep. It's the last time. Got to make maximum effort, Jane. Maximum effort. Nearly there. Oh, nice big bit of water after this. Oh, and there we are. Just gonna turn off the beeper machine. Whew. And there we go. Right. Okay. Time to do the cool down stretch for you.
time to get some lunch for me. Now I ought to stretch as well a little bit. But yeah, and then whatever the day brings, probably nothing too exciting to be fair. Hope you're well and hope your family are well, and hope you managed to have a nice Christmas and a happy new year to you all, even though it's not normal, but hey, we make the best of it, right? Okay, well take care then, Jane, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye.